आगे जाओ आगे जाओ मैडम टिकट पे दे
मोटो खुल जाओ मोटो खुल जाओ
अरे
How many small terminal we are doing?
A total of 7 terminals, sir.
7 terminal and this is the biggest.
Yes, sir.
This kind of shops, man.
Traditional Assamese moringa, which
Hodai.
it's been made by the miniature.
This is actually miniature. Yes, you have. Yes.
And ma'am, this is one of the sciences science upcoming pattern.
I discussed that with Vinny. We are putting lot of pressure to make more and more lactic fiber. But this skill is going on very well. DD.
And what's the left is the integrated command and control system. So where we monitor not just this all possible
কাগজকেইটা বিচাৰিছে মই আহিছে নাই ৰাতিপুৱা পঢ়িছোঁ বহুত কি আছে যে কিবা সুধিলে কি ক'ম মিটিঙত কেইটা বজাত একো নাজানো অলপ ক'ব লাগে ন অলপ কিবা বেল টাইপ কৰি আছোঁ সুধিছে একো নাজানো পাৰ্টিৰ পিছত আহিছে
observatory. These will be little bit of cafeteria. Guwahati did not have this kind of Why don't these are all self-help groups. They produce various. This is, you can see the other pieces. They have done by themselves. So papers. Then they are offices.
Dale म्हणजे भले होला बरं. सर उधर अंदर अंदर
नहीं अंदर नहीं इधर से बाहर
सर टायर बदलेंगे नहीं तो प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है.
नो प्रॉब्लम.
अरे सर टायर
যি খোজকাঢ়ি আহি গোটেই বস্তুটো গোটেই যি পৰিৱেশটো তেওঁ নিজ চকুৰে চাইছে আৰু আমি দেখুৱাইছোঁ অতি আটকধুনীয়াকৈ গুৱাহাটী মহানগৰৰ
We welcome our dignitaries to the birthday pontoon of Gateway of Guwahati Terminal and Jetty. I now request our honourable dignitaries to kindly proceed to Berth 1 for the flag off ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we all have been waiting for, the Honourable Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, and other dignitaries back up the great journey of the old sunset cruise of Assam, MV Managar, from the gateway of Guwahati Terminal and Jetty. With the state of MV Manasputra, this marks a new era in some inland world transport. I further request our honourable dignitaries to proceed towards the birthday commission under the Assam Inland Water Transport Project. Ladies and gentlemen, this flag off ceremony marks the commencement of Sunset Cruise operations under the Assam Inland Waterways Company Limited.
Flag off for यहाँ तक
ৰাস্তাটো অলপ ক্লিয়াৰ কৰিছোঁ আপুনি চাইড দি
Very warm welcome to the Honourable Union Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman, the Honourable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, and all esteemed dignitaries as they arrive at Berth 4 for the next part of today's program. We are honoured to have your presence as we continue this momentous.
Presentation about the Indian water sector in Assam, its challenges, and how this World Bank project has attempted to overcome these challenges. With your permission, ma'am. Ma'am, the Brahmaputra starts near the Mansur Road. It crosses about 1100 kilometers towards the east before turning into Namcha Barwa and coming in to India. It traverses a distance of 891 kilometers and descends only 100 meters in that 891 kilometer stretch. It covers an area of more than 6,000 square kilometers out of the 78,000 square kilometer area of the state. It is perhaps a river without any parallel in the world. It has, of course, the catchment area of the river of the Mississippi River system, yet has more water output than any other river in the world. Every second in peak flow, the discharge water is 70,000 cubic meters per second, which means filling up 28 Olympic-sized swimming pools every second now. And the year 1950 was a black swan event for the state. It modified the relationship of the state with its river irreparably. On the 15th of August 1950, an earthquake of the magnitude of 8.6 struck the state and irreparably changed and modified the Brahmaputra. A number of trees, artificial dams were created, and the entire river bed was raised by about 3 to 4 meters. That implied that the river gradually started breaking, new channels started forming, and where initially had 1 or 2 active channels, we started having 4 or 5 active channels. The breadth of the river has increased by more than 50% in this 100 years, leading to erosion, changing river banks, broadening of the river, and impacting the most vulnerable sections of the society who live close to the river very deeply. It has also had a profound impact on agriculture, on industry, and infrastructure. Ma'am, if we can see a small satellite picture of the Brahmaputra here, we can see which was created in recent years due to the broadening of the river. Alongside the impact on various sectors, it has a profound impact on the water transport sector as well. We carry 15 lakh people every year from the record of inland water transport. Through informal and private channels, nearly 60 lakh people a year are transported through tidal TV. However, ma'am, this travel is not particularly accessible, because channels and hearts are never determined. They keep changing on a weekly, monthly, and a seasonal basis. As we can see, ad hoc systems have been created with hard shift on a daily basis and a weekly basis, and have to transition. And officials of the directorate and private individuals have to go through these areas. And this impacts the most vulnerable sections of the population the most, including the elderly and the disabled. Just as an example, ma'am, this is not just a problem of economically weaker sections. The luxury cruise vessel which we just inaugurated, the maiden vessel, this is how it used to take its passengers through Bangalore as well. That is why, ma'am, this particular project, the World Bank project which we have brought in, has brought a transformational change to the manner in which we look at water transport in the state. And an example of that, ma'am, thanks to you, the entire ministry and the vision of the Honorable Chief Minister, is one small example is the gateway of Guwahati. Ma'am, this is the location which we had chosen initially, which is this particular location for the terminal, and it was not based only on engineering standards. It was based on historical and economic necessity. Historically, over decades, 3.5 kilometers downstream and a kilometer upstream is the area which was used for transport to North Guwahati, Purva, Swalji, and other areas. Moreover, ma'am, Fancy Bazaar, where we stand, is the economic inversion critical of the state. This is where people will come and go, and this is also turning into the tourist capital of the state. There are a number of challenges now, and the site was not easy. As you can see, the discharge volume of the river from the lean season to the flat season increases about 50 times, from 1,700 cubic meters per second to 74,000 cubic meters per second in the flat season. The river recedes about 140 meters between July and February. Moreover, both erosion and deposition take place and the speed of the river varies considerably. The initial idea which Honorable Chief Minister had given her was to provide a safe and accessible means of public transport. But given that Guwahati itself has been granted this particular bridge under the NDB project, the Guwahati North Guwahati Bridge, recently Honorable Prime Minister has laid the foundation stone for the Narangi-Kurva Bridge, and we are also looking to get the Palashpadi-Swalti Bridge shortly. This opens up new avenues for our terminal, especially on the commercial and the tourism side. Last year, ma'am, we had more than 1 crore tourists in the state. Even if 5% of such tourists can be shown the beauty and the richness in Assam's waters, it will give them a new perspective about the state and this part of the country. There were a number of challenges, ma'am, largely related to the Indo-Bangladesh Protocol route, which was used to bring in pontoons from West Bengal and to bring in large jack-up barges from the south of India. Despite those challenges, ma'am, Larsen & Toubro and the state administration tries its best to complete the project within a 3-year period. Ma'am, this is just a satellite view of where we stand, how deep into the river we currently are, and how this is probably the only way to provide all weather services to our citizens. This is a short video, ma'am, which just explains how much the river receives during certain times and why it is so challenging to deal and manage the river, let alone control it. From right next to the road, ma'am, water levels recede about 140-150 meters into the riverbed. And this is how we have just come up with a terminal to provide all weather access, and we've accounted for challenges related to climate change as well. Ma'am, these are the mechanics